Well, we're in Lyme Regis today in Dorset, and I've been here for quite some time. And of course, Lyme Regis is all John Fowles, French Lieutenant's Woman. It's all Mary Anning, ichthyosaurs, plesiosaurs, that sort of stuff. And you know, it's very beautiful. The thing is, there's a lot of talk these days about Mary Anning being an obscure figure. There's like this feminist revision going on. It's absolute rubbish. Mary Anning was in every dinosaur book when I was a kid, and that was in the 60s. She's always been famous. Of course, one of my sort of heroes, Christopher Priest, his major influence outside SF was John Fowles' book The Magus, which of course happens at the seaside on a Greek island. It's a God game, fantastic novel. If you've never read it, it looks like this. Yeah, so here I am on the Jurassic coast, and they used to call it that. It's all Jurassic coast these days down here, and not too far away behind me is Bridport and West Bay, where they film one of those police procedurals. Is it Broadchurch? And I used to spend time in Bridport sometimes, back about 10-12 years ago, when I was working with Jules Burt, and I used to do the buying for a bookshop in Bridport, so I'd come down and stay the night. Really nice little town. Lots of rock stars and trendy lefty Guardian readers live there. You know, I'm left-wing, but I'm not the rich left-wing, which is a different sort of thing really, isn't it? I watched the biopic a while ago of Mary Anning, and of course it invented this narrative where she was sapphic, where she had a female lover, and the trouble with that sort of thing is that people take it as read. There's absolutely no evidence whatsoever that she was homosexual. I mean, it's utter rubbish. And this whole idea of taking history to create a narrative which suits current sort of trends really sort of does miff me off, I have to say. Prehistoric life, dinosaurs, other Mesozoic reptiles are very important to me because that was my portal into SF, because as I've said elsewhere, the first adult book I bought and read was The Lost World, because I was a real dinosaur nut as a child, read lots of non-fiction books about the subject and was quite knowledgeable about it, and you know, I wanted to read more. And of course, when you get a novel with an Allosaurus on the cover, you're laughing. And yes, the bookshop is closed. Total fail. They clearly didn't know an ace bibliophile was coming to town. Shame on them. Still, it is what it is. Of course, the illiterate are always with us, and there was some women in there going on about, oh, it's like an old-fashioned library. What do they expect? It's a second-hand bookshop, for God's sake. Okay, so that was Lyme Regis. It's been a fantastic, beautiful day. Managed to get down to the seaside before the school holidays start. So this is Outlaw Bookseller. I'm about to sign out. Please subscribe if you haven't. There'll be more out and about, probably resuming in about 6 weeks. Well, I'll do the misanthropic thing. There'll be plenty more book, rock and roll, you know, all sorts of content to come, the usual stuff. You know how it is. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Bye for now.